I'm Cathy Russell, and I work as a parent coach for the Mental Health Association. And I got into parent coaching because I love working with families and children. And my job is to work with families who have been separated from their children due to a variety of reasons: substance abuse, neglect, domestic violence, mental health issues. And the purpose of the Parent Coach program is to help parents identify goals to improve their parenting and to make sure that their children's needs are being met. Mary and John Smith have two children, Billy and Susie, ages 3 and 6, both who attend Frederick County Public School. And they had been missing a lot of school and were coming to school very unclean and unkempt and just disheveled. School officials took note of that and reported them to Child Protective Services. And Child Protective Services came in and found that the children were being neglected in terms of their medical care, school attendance. Their home was found to be unsafe and unsanitary. The children were taken away from their parents due to this chronic neglect that was happening in the home. And they were placed in kinship care with the grandparents for a certain amount of time. It was found that their house was also unsafe and unclean, so they were put into foster care in Frederick County. And that's where I came in to help the situation and to work with the parents. It was a court-ordered requirement, and so I worked with both parents in several different ways. So I would meet with Mary and sometimes John once a week without the children, and then the children would come for a visit on Friday, a supervised visit, and so I could, monitor their interactions and intervene when necessary, and, model certain behaviors and have conversations with the kids so they could actually see how I responded to, certain situations or certain behaviors. With the visits, the one visit a week when I was there, they really hated to leave, and they would hold on to their parents, and it was evident when they interacted with their mom and dad that they wanted to be home, and they would say little things, I can't wait to see you again, Mom, and I can't wait to be in my room. And despite the fact that their house was very small and very modest, they knew that they wanted to be with their parents. Both Mary and John, they were not bad parents. They just had some cognitive limitations. Mom had some mental issues and learning disabilities, and Dad could not read. So it's not that they were bad parents, they just did not know how to parent. Mary had difficulty following through with everyday routines and household tasks, cooking, cleaning, keeping the house safe. So we focused on household management, and we also worked with helping Mary to better understand how she communicated with her children. So we worked on developing more effective communication skills. And from there, we moved on to just changing the whole family climate, working on family discipline and ways that she could be more involved with her children and engaging. So we really worked on just her interactions and constructive responses, and focused on her remarks and comments because she couldn't really relate to them on their level. So we really tried to, talk about child development in terms of where they were socially, emotionally, and intellectually. And she did. She learned that some of these behaviors, or most of these behaviors, were very age appropriate. She became a better listener. She would stop before she reacted, and she would think about what this behavior was really showing and how she could respond in a more appropriate way. And I think, too, Mrs. Smith had difficulty just connecting to the conversation with her kids. So we talked about ways that she could be more involved, such as actually playing with them, cooking, reading, and doing, day-to-day things where the kids felt that Mom really cared. And so she actually ended up liking to do those things. She was doing bedtime reading, and she would do the homework with the kids. She would watch them. So she really came full circle with becoming involved and trying to make connections with her kids. I think Mary definitely developed more confidence as an adult and as a mother, and I know that she was thinking about looking for employment outside the home. I think she became more confident with her parenting skills because I just, as an observer, would see her really concentrating on her children in terms of when she would interact. She would ask questions. She would play with them. She was more involved. She would check backpacks and be more involved with the school. I know for a fact that she did attend parent conferences last year, so that was encouraging. So I think her involvement with school was definitely good for the children, obviously, and would make them become more successful. The children are doing well. They're doing well in school. I believe they're both on grade level. I had some follow-up with Mary, and her relationship with her kids is excellent now because she's applying some of the strategies that we discuss in parent coaching.